All right, so we're here at the NRA Convention with Kendall and Cara. They're two girls who do a lot of hunting. So, girls, tell us about your hunting experiences and why you're here at the NRA Convention.
Well, I grew up hunting my whole life with my dad, and I'm just a huge advocate of getting young kids in the outdoors and the Second Amendment and protecting our rights to bear arms. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I have a similar story. You know, I grew up hunting with my dad, and I always wanted to be included and involved just like my dad and my older brother. And so, you know, I grew up in Arkansas. Duck hunting is our main thing that we do, and, you know, we're big waterfowlers, and we just, you know, have branched off, and we do everything from elk hunting in Colorado and, you know, going up to Iowa and hunting big bucks. So we're just all around sportsmen across the board.
Awesome. And so, Kendall, I understand you got some maybe unwanted attention a little while ago. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yes, that actually happened back in 2014, summer of 2014. I was in Africa, and I just posted pictures of my animals online like any hunter would, and I kind of got a storm of hate by the anti-hunters, and it kind of got me to where I am today. It gave me a platform and a voice for the outdoor industry. It's very misconceived as what hunters actually are, because we are conservationists. So now I have a voice to kind of educate others.
Awesome. And so why is hunting a positive thing?
Hunting is a positive thing because it is conservation. A lot of people don't understand what conservation is, but we protect the animals. We don't just go out and shoot the first thing that we see. It is a lot of scouting, and it's a lot of work that we put into it. And if you take the value off of an animal, no one cares to protect it anymore. So to a hunter, the animal holds a ton of value, and so that's how it goes back to conservation. There's a lot more detail into it, but that's just a simple way to put it.
Awesome. What do you think, Cara?
I mean, I would have to agree with what Kendall said, and hunting is a big part of, you know, my family. It's a family event, a family affair, and it just keeps our bonds so close. And, you know, same with making friendships and friends who hunt, and it's just a great way to promote just positivity and everybody just coming together for a common goal. And, you know, I feel like hunting, it helps you just become a stronger individual. You know, you go through trials, you go through highs and lows, and you come out a stronger person in the end because of it.
Awesome.
I mean, I just want to add something. Hunting is in our DNA. I mean, it has gone back for decades, for centuries. That is what America has been built on. That's what the world's been built on. I mean, God put animals on this planet for us and for us to eat. So hunting is in our DNA.
Absolutely. So obviously when the founders put the Second Amendment in the Constitution, you know, they might have had hunting in mind, but they probably had some more in there. What do you guys think about the Second Amendment? What is the purpose? Is it just for hunting, or do we have something more there?
There is a big misconception of what the Second Amendment is. There is, we do use guns for hunting, but that's not the only reason why we have guns. Guns are here to protect us. They are here for our defense if we ever need them. And so guns are here to protect us, and it's our right to be able to feel safe. And I mean, I feel safe with guns. So.
Awesome.
And I believe that going back to the Second Amendment, the Founding Fathers, it was so that the people would have the opportunity to, if the government got out of hand, that they could come back and that they would have something to defend themselves with and to be able to stand up for what they believed in.
Absolutely. So, you know, if you look at the mainstream media, the fake news, the CNNs of the world, all the young people are against guns. But you guys look young, and you guys don't sound like against guns. So is the media giving a realistic portrayal of how young people feel about the Second Amendment and firearms?
Well, I am 23 years old, so I am still in that generation that think guns kill people. And that is far from the truth. Guns don't kill people. People kill people because, I mean, spoons don't make people fat, and cars don't kill people as well. So back to my point is, no, I don't think that guns kill people and they're in the hands of criminals. So I think guns are to protect us, and my best way to put it is the only good way to stop a bad person with a gun is a good person with a gun. So criminals are going to get guns whether they're legal or not.
Yep.
Could you repeat that question again for me?
Sure. So the young people, at least on the mainstream media, are portrayed as being very anti-gun, right? The media keeps threatening the politicians. Oh, these young people, they're going to vote, and then they're going to be against guns. So is it true that your generation is against guns? And if not, why do you think the media keeps saying that?
I think the media is skewed in their perception of that. I just think there's a lot of the misunderstanding that comes from that, and when someone doesn't understand something, they can feel it as being a threat. You know, growing up around guns and knowing the responsibility that it takes to hold a firearm and to operate one and to, you know, have gun safety, you know, always knowing where your barrel is at and everything like that, you know, never ever pointing your gun at another individual, like that is ingrained into me. And that is something that hunting and, you know, my father has taught me. And I feel like if more people were involved in hunting or in the outdoors and more people were exposed to guns at a young age and they understood the importance of safety and gun safety, that there would be a greater understanding of it.
Awesome.
Exactly. I agree with her. Her answer was spot on.
Great. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about that we didn't ask about? And finally, what do we do to get young people more involved in outdoors and sporting and firearms?
Invest. I mean, invest in the education of our youth and the next generation, because they aren't learning it in schools anymore, and a lot of them aren't learning it at home anymore. So invest in your youth, invest in education, and invest in mentoring the next generation.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she said, invest in your time. You know, invest your time in someone else. I've started to where, you know, not just I'm getting taken hunting, but I take other people, or especially other women hunting now. And that right there, you know, I'm pouring into them what I know and my knowledge. And I feel like that is so important for the continuation of this sport and for just the love of hunting to keep it around. Because, you know, there are so many anti-hunters and people that want to do away with hunting because, you know, they don't understand it, they don't think it's right. But we need to do everything we can to promote it, and that's a lot of what we do, you know, being on social media, being a voice for women and being a voice for, you know, the outdoors and for hunters. It is just vital that we continue to promote it and promote it in a positive light.
Awesome.
And a lot of people invest, whenever I go back to investing money is great, but investing your time is super valuable because it takes a lot to invest your time. Time is a valuable thing. It's the most valuable thing here. So if you can do that and teach the younger generation, that is what will make it great again.